left-hand corner pocket, or the bottom nearest our screen. So don't hit it too hard. There is the possibility, if he flicks this 6 in the middle pocket and the cue ball speeds up, it could go towards this corner on the left-hand side of our table. And you'd rather play it a bit harder than a bit softer, wouldn't you? But going across the table, I don't like this. You can scratch this way in the same pocket. Well, he played it softly, so he couldn't possibly scratch. What a great shot! What a marvellous shot there. Hitting any harder, and that's why he's the world champion. Tactically, a very sound way of playing the shot. It turned out better than I could have envisaged.
But Steve, is that the first sign of nerves we've seen from Foldez?
Well, the pot was missable, but the positional play wasn't great.
But I mean, he's given us no reason other than that. He's made precious few mistakes.
You don't need many of this game to be shaking hands and wishing your opponent the best of luck in the next round.
But he was staring a 7-5 lead right in the face, and now it's going to be 6-6. So he's got to deal with a little adversity. And how he's going to respond to that, only time will tell. But that missed 6 looms large. Nine deposited. 6-6 here on the main table. Pagulayan versus Foldez, heating up to be a barn burner. 6-6 here in Kaohsiung. So Alex Pagulayan showing some fighting qualities that he has become renowned for in international circles of 9-ball pool. Pulls one out there in what looked like was going to go to a 7-5 Foldez lead. That great shot on the 6 forged the opening for Pagulayan to snatch the victory in that one and get back to 6-6. We've seen one 10-9 match on center stage already here this evening.
13. Alex Pagulayan
see another
6-6.
Rack 13. Pagulayan's hoping it's going to be a lucky one for him. Using the cut break that time.
Wow, what a great break. Has Pagulayan smelt blood, Jim? Did he see a spot of chink in the armour? Has he raised it up a notch? It certainly looked like it from that break-off. You'd like to be able to repeat that one every time.
Without a doubt, Steve, this is the most inviting break that Pagulayan has had in this match. And he survived that last rack after for him, would have to be a glaring mistake on the 1 ball where he cocked it up for Foldez, and Foldez returned the favor.
Well, there may be a sea change in the match. Body language tells its own story. And there's an air of urgency now about Pagulayan, and a resigned look from Foldez sitting in his chair as if he'd given away the match somewhat. Still got to be converted into a match-winning situation for Pagulayan.
Foldez came out here and, for me, adopted the best attitude possible. He put all the pressure on Pagulayan. Very few gave him a chance to win this match. As good a player as he is, and as good a player as he's to become, they didn't feel his time had arrived. But I think it's also fair to say that Pagulayan has responded. As a champion would. This 9 to go 7-6 in front.
That was pressure. That was not smooth cueing.
And this one
Jabbed at it, just a jabbed at it a bit.
Threatened the
Never.
corner pocket, Steve.
I don't know whether he put a bit of side spin on, and because he hit at it rather than stroked it, the side spin reacted differently and the ball squirted off the end of the tip. But that is a very, very big missed opportunity.
How big is this 9 now for Foldez?
Well, it's missable, that's for certain. Usually when a guy misses a 9 ball, you can expect an easier lead than this. He's just going to try and stroke this in. Is he playing with backspin to screw to the top cushion? Well, great shot, never in doubt that one.
7-6. Foldez survives the scare here in Kaohsiung. In front of the world champion is a shock on the cards.
Welcome back. Nightlife in Kaohsiung here in southwest Taiwan, the second largest city in this country. Very busy port city with 1.5 million people as the population, and it's 24 hours a day that life goes on here. Everyone gets around and does their business, and here the business is pool. But just let me tell you about the next round of Formula One. It's the British Grand Prix at Silverstone on Sunday. That's the 10th of July. Alonso is doing well there, but now what about the defending champion here, Alex Pagulayan? Let's go back to Jim White with Steve Davis.
Not quite so smooth sailing for the defending champion here. This is a real bumpy road to the finish line. Foldez 7-6 in front, breaking in rack 14. And a horrific miss on the 9. We have seen more 9s missed on this main table, and to that pocket specifically, which we have now termed the Lily pocket, after the Indian player Lily missed the 9 at 8-8 or 9-9, sorry, to progress through. And Steve, again, that pocket jumps up to haunt Pagulayan.
Well, I've played on the match table. I didn't see that one pocket was any tighter than the other. It's just probably a coincidence that it's caused some consternation amongst the players.
Great shot on the one there from Vilmos Foldez. And now every chance to get himself a little breathing space.
Bit of work to do from 3 to 5. Just got to make sure he gets inside this 7 ball, or make sure he doesn't cover himself up with the 7 ball. And in doing that, perhaps he's taken his eye just a little bit off the pot, thinking about that cue ball, and mistakes starting to come now as we get closer to the finishing line. Understandable. If you've just tuned in and didn't know what you're watching, this is the World Championship.
Just. Great shot from Alex there. Maintaining a nice angle on this 5 to get the cue ball back up for the 6 to the same pocket.
Actually, he's a bit straight on this.
Yeah, assuming he's got that angle, Steve. I was just looking at it again from...
You have to bang it in quite hard, and he's
the
going to play
camera
inside the 6 with spin to bring it out into the middle of the table. Clever shot there. Not trying to go directly up the table.